Is this you doing chemistry homework? Why does this even matter? The only aqueous solution I can see are my tears. If that is you during chemistry homework, then this video is for you, because this video is going to cover why chemistry is cool. We're going to be using a specific compound called methanol, and although it's something all of us kind of overlook while doing chemistry homework, like what does methanol do? This video is going to be incorporating numerous things we learned throughout the year, and it's going to prove to you why methanol matters and why everything we learn really adds to the understanding of it. Did you know 45% of the world's methanol is used in energy-based applications? Methanol is incredibly useful as a fuel source for things like our cars and marine vehicles. But looking at the sustainability aspect of things, methanol can be used in a biofuel called MTBE, or methyl tertiary butyl ether. Not only that, methanol is also extremely useful in creating biodiesel, which can convert animal or plant fat into useful fuel. And to me, using biofuels and biodiesel is very exciting, because that uses things which would end up in the landfill to hurt our environment to rather be used as biofuel, which is extremely useful to us. And that ultimately reduces our carbon footprint and eases the greenhouse gas emissions that our environment has to put up with. And that's great news for trees. Not only is methanol extremely important to creating fuel for your vehicles, it's also very important in transporting that fuel, and also for your vehicle, because if you know anything like Canadian winters, you've probably seen good old de-icing fluid. And guess what? In this de-icing fluid, it actually contains some methyl alcohol. But you know what else you do in the winter months? You turn up the heat. And in order for that gas to leave the place where it's produced to your home, it needs to have an additive, and that additive is methanol. The reason is because methanol has an extremely higher boiling point and a lower freezing point for whatever aqueous water-based solution it is added to. Time to get up close and personal. With our molecule, of course. This is the structural formula of methanol. But what is methanol? Methanol is an alcohol. This is a condensed structural formula of methanol. But why does that even matter? That can be used to understand fun reactions like combustion. Produces a lot of energy, and we'll talk about that later. Or formation. This is how you form methanol. To keep a secret, methanol isn't two-dimensional. So let's two-define things. This is a Vesper diagram of methanol. The dotted line means that it's towards the back, the solid line means it's towards the front, and the regular line means it's at the level of everything else. As you can see, the OH is in a bent shape, and the tetrahedral is everything else. Here is a ball and stick drawing if you wanted a better visualization. Grande once said, to her I say, let's get quantum. We're going to be focusing on carbon. Let's analyze that atom in a quantum level. So here's what the energy level diagram looks like. The blue lines mean how the electrons in the orbit actually spin and which direction they spin in. And then we can look at the complete electron configuration. So that's what that looks like. And then the shorthand electron configuration, which is just a shorter way of writing that, not that shorthand. You might be wondering why any of this matters. And if that's you, you probably think that atoms look like this, in which electrons circle the nucleus in specific orbits. But that's not exactly the case. They can be found in any of these configurations. And these blue lines indicate an electron cloud. So instead of going around in a neat orbit, electrons actually go around in a random fashion, and you can find them in these clouds. And these specific configurations are specific to carbon. How much energy does it produce during combustion? Well, time for some math. This is the equation for calculating the molar enthalpy of combustion. What you'll need is your molar enthalpy or formation values for each element you use in your products and reactants in your balance equation of that specific compound combusting. Then you plug it all in, crunch some numbers on your calculator, take care of the significant digits, and this is what you get. By paying attention in chemistry class, now you can understand a compound very well, such as methanol, which not only keeps you warm during the winter months, but makes sure that you don't get too warm in the summer months because of climate change. So with that, I want to say chemistry is really cool.